are up to inside them. Now this vehicle coming on now, this is not a tank, it's something called an armoured personnel carrier. Now as I saw in the Second World War movies, you would have seen the Germans, the Americans have half tracks to take infantry in the back across country to really keep up with the tanks. The tanks by the Second World War were going an awful lot faster than they did in the First World War. World War I tanks, 4 miles an hour. And that was really marching pace because they didn't want to lose the infantry that were marching with them. They were there to help the infantry onto a target. By the Second World War, tanks are doing lots of different things on the battlefield. They're much faster going around the place. So they needed vehicles to help keep the infantry up with the tanks. And after the war, all nations designed their own armoured personnel carrier. This is a British vehicle. It came into service in the 1960s. It's called a 432 armoured personnel carrier. Sometimes in the British Army, vehicles got names, sometimes they just got left with a number. And the 432 got left with a number. It's actually still in service with the British Army now. They're just re-upgrading them. They stopped using them for armoured personnel carriers, and we now are going to give you a bit of drill. Right, come on then, move in, let's see you on that wrist! Faster, faster, faster! Guard twinkle goes! Let's see you move those knees!
Go, Nathan!
You do, get a move on! Faster! Faster! You're not on there anymore! I'm my commander when you want to take a turn to your right. You know you have the right, I take it. And so what you do, so what you do. Right, my command, right, go! Double time, back in our vehicle, let's go! Move it, 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 move it! What are you doing, move it out? That's an armoured personnel carrier, 432 armoured personnel carrier, not a tank, it's there to take the soldiers to battle. We are the boys who will stop your little guys. We are the boys who will make you guys.
Where's it going to be at the explosion? Just now.
Of course, the first thing that's going to happen is we're all going to have a sensible haircut. Very piercings removed from the mobile phones taken off them because only the officers can speak.
I like it when they sing.
And that's our armoured personnel carrier. You can all see the big door in the back. You saw them climb in it, and that's where they come out when they go on an attack. So it's a battle taxi, not a tank. Again, don't get confused. Everything with tracks is not a tank. Now, even in this very modern day and age we live in, even with all the media and the things we have in the sky, like spy satellites, being able to look down on... Last night down at Swanage, the Ruritanian Army landed. Now, we laugh, they're a nasty lot, the Ruritanians, and we know they're going to be heading this way, because the Ruritanians want to capture Dorset, which is in that direction. And if they try to capture Dorset, they've got to first of all get this very important Bovington bridge in front of you here with the Union Jacks flying above it. Now, the Ruritanians are a nasty lot, they get their vehicles from all around the place, they've got a big black flag with a skull and crossbones on, so if any of the children here see any vehicles coming this way with a big black flag and skull and crossbones on, start screaming loudly because they're the baddies, remember. Okay? Didn't hear you, yeah? Young ladies, a bit louder than that. That's all like it. Okay, they're the baddies. We do not want them to capture this bridge. Because if they do capture this bridge, we're in trouble. We're going to have to send something to capture it back again. So where are they? Sorry, I need to do better than that. Where are they? Thank you. Right, here they come then, the nasty Ruritanians. What have we got? The one on the right-hand side, that big tank that's coming on, is something called a Leopard tank. They bought that off the Germans. Germans made the Leopard after the Second World War. This little vehicle here, this one, what's this one coming across here? This is their reconnaissance vehicle. That's the one that's scouting out for them. They got that off the Canadians. The Canadians had this vehicle called a Leap. And you can see it's a sticky little vehicle. We have to amphibia as well to go in the water. Look like they're slightly lost, they don't quite know where they're going. With any luck, we might be safe. No? Going the wrong way, so we might all be okay. We're going to be safe again.
Where's the disease?
got his map out. I think he's trying to work out where the Bovington Bridge is. Oh no, they've changed their mind, they're coming back this way. It shows you how mobile a track vehicle can be. You can't do that in your car, can you, turn on the spot? But you can do something called a neutral turn as well, which is where you send one track one way and the other track the other way, and you can pretty much spin on the spot. Right, I think they've found where they want to go now. Coming right? Yeah, they're coming this way. And of course, the Hurricane commander, once he's found where he needs to be, this bridge here, what he does is he positions his vehicle to protect the bridge. So you always tend to turn your armour so it faces where you think your greatest threat is coming from. Quite important that, because it means you've got the thickest armour plate facing towards the enemy. Now there's the Royal Canadians, they're on the, oh dear ladies and gentlemen, we've got to show them what we think about this. What he's doing to the flag. Come on, now that's what he's racing to do. Now, here's the baddie. Absolutely. No, he's done it wrong. Can't even raise the flag that we're retaining. Okay, so there's the baddies. Right, they've got the bridge. There's the positioning vehicle so we can defend that bridge. Now, this again is where we check you've been paying attention. What's the first thing the British Army would do in a situation like this? What's the first thing they're going to need to do? You paid attention earlier, but I'll shout it out. What's the first thing they're going to need? Now, they're not going to make a cup of tea. That's the RAF. They asked, yeah, absolutely right. They asked the government, can they fire? Yes, they've got to do that in this day and age. What else do they do? They send out a reconnaissance vehicle because they need to know where the enemy are. That's the important thing. They've got to get out there and find where the Mauritanians are, what their strength is, what's the best way to attack them. So if you look down the other end of the field, there comes our reconnaissance vehicle. It's sneaking up on the Mauritanians, it's radioing back to the main force, how many enemy vehicles are there, what's the best way forward, what's the best way to go across the battlefield. Do the Mauritanians look like a motivated force? Are they going to give up for the first time with stiff opposition? What position that's the other thing he can do, he can call down artillery fire onto the Mauritanians. So he can call down fire to keep their heads down. And once he's done that, got back the information to the main force, they're firing back at him, they've missed him, okay, but the important thing is he's got that message through. And here comes the main force in the attack. So we've got the chiefs in there, firing on them, we've got the 432, that's the armoured personnel carrier, and we've got the Sherman tank backing them up. So here they come, don't forget the 432's got our volunteers in the back. They could have been bouncing around in the back of that for the last hour or so over the battlefield. So they're going to be very disorientated when they come on the enemy. So what the driver does, he tries to point the vehicle towards where they're going to be attacking. That's quite important. Because when they jump out, the first thing they might want to do is probably throw up because they're so disorientated. So they need some indication about where they've got to run towards. So there's the 432. Here comes our volunteers. Don't forget, boys and infantry that have to progress the attack to the end. And here they come, being spread out across the field. They should be about 5 yards apart, so one burst of machine gun fire from the Mauritanians doesn't massacre the lot of them. And the Mauritanians there, not putting down much suppressing fire, but you can see, this is what we call a pepper pot attack. They come forward, 5 guys at a time, or 5 infantrymen at a time, and then drop themselves down. And they try to keep in a straight line as they come forward. This is not because the British Army just wants straight lines and likes this discipline that way. Very sensible thing, because you don't want to shoot your mate up the backside, okay? It will not go down too well, so you don't want someone running ahead of you. So there they go. Section attack, pepper pot attack they tend to call this, with one section of forward at a time. Mauritanians putting down smoke, I don't think it's going to do them any good. And here comes the sergeant, he gets them all together, gets them to charge together, and look at that, the Mauritanians are thrown in the town already, pathetic. They're not particularly strong army, the Mauritanians, are they? Or maybe it's just the fearsome nature of our volunteers. Well done, the volunteers. I'm a little suspicious the Mauritanians had their white flags ready. I'm not too sure their heart was in that fight. And there we are, we've got the Union Jack flying on the bridge again, so you can all sleep soundly in your bread again tonight. So, how were they this time, Sergeant? A good group?